turning 90, Dr. Neville Brown is officially Britain's oldest teacher. But his real and incredible legacy is the hundreds of students he's helped reach their full potential.
When opening Maple Hayes Hall School in 1982, he made it his mission to support children with dyslexia.
And since then, he's watched countless pupils who once struggled to write their own names go on to achieve GCSEs, university degrees and high-flying careers.
As Neville's son, Dr. Daryl Brown, vows to carry on his brilliant work, they're both joining us on the sofa today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for doing this. And thank you on behalf of all the children that you've helped with regards to dyslexia. Neville, tell us, why was dyslexia so important to you? Was it in your life in some capacity?
No, I wasn't dyslexic at all. I did well at school, and but mid-career, I went out and did an MSc in psychology of education.
Yeah.
And there was somebody in the department, and she was a researcher, a year ahead of me, put it that way. And she said in print that dyslexia was an intractable problem. Well, if it's intractable, you may as well give up and go home.
Yeah.
So I set about tackling a different way. And my knowledge of languages, linguistics, from my first degree, and then the psychology I was doing, and I started to put these together. And then I did the research in both the linguistics and psychology, each of which was worth a doctorate, incidentally. And then I worked out a different way from that, that it ought to be.
Mm-hmm. That's unbelievable.
And that actually hit the international scene with the NATO Human Factors Programme and everything, because it was revolutionary.
And at the time, did you have much pushback? Were people reticent to kind of about what your findings were and what you wanted to do, or was it quite a...
Well, in this country, there was always opposition. In America, they see something, and they offered me a chair at Piscataway University in '78. And in America, when they see something, we'll have it.
Yeah.
In this country, you know, I found out that Maple Hayes was coming vacant as a surplus asset, and we hocked our house with the bank, sold our house, and got a bank loan and everything. But it's been a fight.
Yeah, I bet.
Ever since, it's still a fight now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Daryl, obviously you've grown up with this, and obviously when this school was happening, you helped out and put the carpets down.
Yeah,
and things like that.
I was at school when it opened, so I was actually spending my evenings and weekends on that Christmas before opening in 1982, putting carpets down in dormitories and moving things around and getting the help we can get the place.
Mending burst pipes.
Did he? Well, obviously you was part of this whole process, and obviously we all know of the phonics system. Tell me about the system that you use.
Well, we're using morphemes, we're using meaning units, and we're helping dyslexics because their greatest area of difficulty is phonics. And so what we do is we look at words in terms of the meaning unit in a word, and that's going to help them. If I give you an easy example, if you put ED on a word like work, it's worked. The sound would tell you it's a T on the end, but the meaning tells you it's ED past tense.
Yeah.
And for dyslexics that have been over-taught phonics and are using phonics routinely, they'll spell worked how it sounds.
Yeah, with
a T on the end. And it gets more complicated, but as you go higher up with bigger words. But if you are signing a letter, you sign a letter with your signature. And SIGN is in both words, same meaning, but somebody who is over-dependent on the phonics side of language will not make the relationship between those two words. So they might learn how to spell sign correctly, but they'll never spell that spelling correct in signature because the phonology, they lose it.
Yeah.
And so we teach meaning units, spelling patterns. How you pronounce it is later on in the process. They know what the
syllables don't coincide with the morphemes. You see, if you've got the stock in trade of phonics, T-I-O-N says shun, doesn't mean anything. But I-O-N is the morpheme. And that occurs as a suffix, it can occur as a prefix, it can occur as a root. in Ionic and things like that.
You should do a book. What have you not written a book about?
Yes, there is a book.
Have you written a book yet?
Yeah.
Meaning, morphemes and literacy.
I didn't read this book.
What?
Nobody
Tells the
told me
theory.
this.
Yes.
It's fantastic that you've done that.
So what age do you normally take... when can you find... Because obviously we are, like you said, we're taught phonics. So when do you find out that kids are challenged, certain kids are challenged?
We're working with pupils who really, really struggling. So we're like a safety net at the end of a process. Unfortunately, that process can be rather long. The breakdown point tends to be end of Key Stage 1. The phonics, the words that are trying to be tackled, the spelling patterns are not simple phonics like kind of spelling patterns. And that tends to be the first real breakdown point for dyslexics. They can cope with simple phonics, but they can't move on.
But we can take a child who comes in, can't even write their name, so that at the level of dog or something like that, at the age of 11, 12, coming into year 7, and we can take that child and we can teach this way big words that are chosen in a pretest by the child as the worst thing they've met, sort of thing. The child chooses the worst word and we say, teach it to them.
Great.
And we teach it, but we don't let them copy. And then they gradually build the word up, and very often they look at it and think, have I done that?
It's fascinating.
I bet you can see their confidence completely change.
Even in that short process, you can see a change.
And Neville, has your love for teaching evolved? I mean, you've still got unbelievable energy, I can tell here with you, but do you still get up in the morning and have the same love for teaching you did 40, 50 years ago?
Well, yes. It's called assessment by teaching. And I see every child that is aiming at the school, as it were, and then in front of the parents demonstrate all this. I don't think any other school does, but still. And then we give them, offer them a week in class doing the same kind of higher level work. It's new work to the class. They fit into it. And at the end of the week, Mum, it's always Mum, does a report day by day of the child's take-up. And parents say, I've got my child back.
Yeah, because it's confidence, isn't it? They can do what all their friends, their peers, it has a knock-on effect, doesn't it?
And then there's a lot of young people who are suffering with lack of confidence, lack of security, and it's creeping over into mental health issues. And part of that is associated with not succeeding in their learning.
Well, listen...
Anxiety goes... mental health issues tend to go
You've done such a good
Neville
job.
And
We're
Daryl.
so happy that you've got to 90.
Why can't you have more schools like this?
I agree.
Listen, when Neville's just hit 90, he got a lot of whiskey that's going to keep him in stocked up till he's about 100.
We've got a present for you.
We've got a little present for you as well.
You look at the screen over there. We've got a little present for you. This is for your 90th birthday. Have a look at this. Have a look at this.
My name is Scarlett Miras Pye, and I'm 12 years old and I'm a pupil at Maple Hayes School. I feel like Dr. Brown is really helped me with everything I do, and I'm just really pleased that he had the idea of this school.
My name is Samuel Lanham, I'm 15 and I go to Maple Hayes School. My old school didn't really help, to be honest. If I didn't come here, I don't know where I'd be. Thank you, Dr. Brown.
My name's Sam O'Neill. I am a teacher at Maple Hayes and was also a pupil at Maple Hayes. Personally, I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now.
Hi, my name's Harry Fenton and I'm 12 years old and I'm a pupil at Maple Hayes Hall School. I'd like to say a big thank you, because if I didn't come to this school, it would be a lot difficult in life.
My name is Eva Brandt and I'm 15 years old, and this year I'm going to be doing my GCSEs, and I do have to owe that to Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown Senior, Dr. Brown Junior and all of the staff at Maple Hayes have given us our daughter back.
And literacy.
How lovely is that?
Well,
It's
wonderful.
so
I mean, that just validates everything, doesn't it?
great.
You've given these people their children
That's really
back.
impressive.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to both of you as well.
Thank you.
Keep her lit. Keep the fire burning, you.
I hope they keep me going to 100.
Well, that whiskey will. We'll pick you if nothing else.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Hi,
Everyone, just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.